Thank you very much for joining us on this very exclusive conversation on Times Network, talking about everything that the state government is doing and it's a reflection of the central government as well when it comes to the startup space, when it comes to education, and it comes to just supporting small businesses in the state and across the country. So thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
I want to start by first congratulating you for a very successful trip to Davos. We were very happy with the outcome of that. For the state and for entrepreneurs who are based in the state, just your message post that trip.
Most important aspect of the Davos is the entire world converges to Davos. So let it be from the industry, let it be from the innovation, technology, the world leaders, the policymakers, everybody will converge. And we can talk to each other. It's the easiest way of connecting with each other and sharing the concern. What way our state or our country has been progressing, what kind of opportunities are available, and what kind of suitcase of entire emerging areas or opportunities, how we can collaborate, how we can partner, address each other concern, and how the world is moving in which direction. So all these aspects will get more and more idea and the best things, whatever is happening across the world will come to me. Either way, either we can share from our side, from other side also we can talk, get a lot of information. I think that's the most happening place. Similarly, all of us need to replicate, we need to attract the similar way and get our whatever events we keep conducting the similar way we need to attract.
Yeah, I understand the fact that Chief Minister stayed back for a few days because of the global investors meet and to ensure that we perhaps see a lot of businesses which are coming. We're seeing a lot of businesses coming. I know IKEA is coming this month to Karnataka, to Bangalore. And we'll see a lot of more businesses really coming in.
Yeah, definitely it's the world leaders in the whichever areas. So many of the times, moving around for the past 2 years, it has been a very challenging time. Probably this kind of place became a right place to interact, talk to each other, and it becomes much more easy. In this direction, the state of Karnataka, under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, because he's been coming out with a lot of reforms. Through these reforms, by adapting by the respective state government, we have been able to progress, do better. So after our chief minister, he took the time and he went and participated. The leadership, we were all there. So it became a really good thing, and even for me, it was a very good experience to understand what is it all about, how to go about it, how to connect, and to make the best out of it.
I want to talk about the startups that are present in the state. Everyone knows that Karnataka has been the leading state when it comes to startups. As of 2022, Karnataka has 1.6 lakh crore FDI, of which nearly 50%, and this is nearly 50% of what is coming to the entire country. What in your mind is making Karnataka and Bangalore such an attractive destination that we're continuing to attract not just the best companies but also the FDI, the figures are?
The most important ecosystem in the state of Karnataka under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, who brought in the kind of changes in the framework or in the system, facilitated and encouraged in the past 80 years. Probably you could see that, witness that kind of changes. The entire digitalization happening in all sectors, and foremost is the digital payment, the payment gateway that was created has really created a big platform or an opportunity for all the startups to grow in a very rapid pace. Probably the kind of acceleration or the kind of growth we are seeing, it's all because of the platform being created, the policies being given by the government of India. It's been really very encouraging. We caught up with that. So the state of Karnataka had an excellent ecosystem where we had a skilled man. The talent was there, the VCs were there, and the right opportunity and adaptation. So the entire world, we had a very good connection with the entire globe for past many years. The Bangalore initially started the post-independent. It emerged as in a science city, from science city to technology, from technology, the innovation now starting with engineering. So that's how it has grown over the time. And we share a very good relationship between the industry and the government. And the government has been working very closely with the industry to address and facilitate and enable Probably by doing so the right things, we're able to emerge as the best location, the best destination for investment, and also the kind of R&D or the GCCs, GICs put up in Karnataka and Bengaluru are in plenty. So probably all these things create the cross pollination and a right environment and ecosystem for us to thrive. Probably we need to further sustain that in a much more better way.
Okay. I very briefly also want to talk about the fact that we have nearly 30,000 startups in Karnataka as of date, compared to 57,000 across the country. That's a very sizable portion. Looking ahead, what kind of startups do you think will get attracted to set up base here in the state?
Uh, Basically, we need to come out with the right environment and encouragement, facilitating what needs to be done, but to encourage the startups to be established. The simplification of the entire process, the ease of doing business, the registration. From the registration it starts to mentoring, incubation, and as well as the market access and opportunities. So all these things has to come forward. So this coming together and converging in the right way can encourage and trigger in a very big way. Probably more than the numbers, I feel the kind of the real genuinity in the startups. Since many of them don't know really what a startup. They register for the sake of doing business. The startup is coming with the innovation, with the new solutions, how to do better. It is a more doing better. It is not just registering as an startup doesn't mean anything. It's all the value, what is in that start makes the difference. Probably in the direction we have many policies which is very encouraging, the relevant program, and we have come up with many policies for each and every sectoral policies, the skill development, the education system, all have been brought in place. Bring come out and along with this, the center of excellence. We've been collaborating and partnering with the industry. Now we are completely knowing the industry and the learning system.
Uh, I want to talk about digital learning and skill development, two things that you have spoken about many times in the past, including the national education policy. Since you also, of course, looked at the IT portfolio, and that's such an important portfolio. Your views on whether you feel that there is enough digital literacy at the school level, at the college level, and how that needs to change.
Definitely, when it comes to the adaptability and usage, if you look at the numbers, there is almost around 800 million smartphones, 800 to 1,000 million smartphones. That itself is a very good indicator. It's been adapted, used very well, extremely. Now the government is on the e-governance. It's on digital platform. So we are now trying to reach out to each and every place, and now DBT and digitalization has become the way forward. We are providing all services on the tip of their fingers. So this is how the government of India has been encouraging and adapting the digitalization across all the sectors, and this has facilitated the growth in much more bigger way. But when it comes to the skill development, earlier we used to train based on not fully understanding what kind of opportunities are available. Now we are straight away connected, dynamic. We have brought this entire skill training on a dynamic mode. What kind of opportunity, depending on the opportunity, we are skill training the people. The skill is being given based on the need and necessity. And we have brought a very good platform called Skill Connect. Based on that, we are training the people depending on the needs of the industry. Now we have partnered and collaborated with the industry also. We have brought in an industry linkage program where the industry also will train on it, where we provide the required manpower, the money, whatever required by the industry to get the skill manpower for where needs to be addressed. So that way we are working very closely with the industry. We are not trying to work in silos. So we are integrating with the industry as well as the learning system. Only the learning system based on the demand, we have integrated with the education system also to provide the skill as a part of it.
Okay. I very briefly want to talk about the national education policy. Karnataka was the first state, is the first state to implement it. So congratulations on that. Very briefly, sir, my last few questions. If you can talk about the opportunities and challenges for a small business edtech companies, and there are so many edtech companies based in the state. Out of the NEP, and what you want them to sort of keep their eye on to say this is an opportunity.
So in this world now, the present 21st century, it's a knowledge century, knowledge-based century. So the entire economy is based on knowledge. So keeping this in mind, it's all how we encourage, how we adapt and promote education, a right way of doing education and providing education in a right method. See, the method of learning and teaching is very important. Probably earlier policies were completely outdated. Now, with the present national education policy, it is addressing the challenges, how we need to adapt based on the concept-based learning, problem-solving learning, experiential learning, and so on and many methods, and we have got a lot of flexibility in the learning system. And we are addressing what needs to be done. In this way, it has become much more relevant how to go about it and take it forward.
Sure. Are you just want to go back to talking about startups? There have been a massive round of layoffs that are happening with the startups. I'm sure everyone has seen the news. Are you concerned about it?
Definitely not. See, because in state of Karnataka, there are a lot of opportunities. Employment opportunities is not even less. The entire India is converging here. The entire world is converging here. There's a lot of demand is there than the supply. The demand is more than the supply. Probably if you look at the salaries in the technology companies, the software companies, the salaries have increased by 3 times. Because as good as the salary is being given by the most developed countries. And it's a very good development to attract the talent, to encourage and to retain the best of the best talent. So in this direction, we are trying to ensure there's much more demand than the supply. We're trying to strengthen the supply. To strengthen the supply, we are adapting the right learning methods and the training methods in all the blue collar jobs as well as in the white collar jobs to ensure the requirement of the industry will not be affected.
Sure.
So that is a kind of collaboration we have been continuing to it. We have been very strongly addressing this concern.
My last question to you: if you had one piece of advice for our viewers, small businesses who are based across the country, what would you like to tell them?
Uh, all of us need to adapt to the new age technology. New age technology is the way forward. We can't stay behind, we need to stay ahead of the time, and we need to understand this. The way forward is only for the new age technology companies. Let it be any sector. The pursuit of excellence and the best of the best quality can only survive. Please adapt technology, connect, and look forward for any kind of solution to make all our businesses and entrepreneurship to make it sustainable, efficient, and cost effective and be the best, adapt the best technology to stay relevant. And we need to compete with the entire world. It is not just competing among ourselves. Keeping this in mind, we need to go forward with the right way, that is by adapting the new technology, new solutions, and be relevant.
Sure. So we're coming up with the leaders of tomorrow. So the show is called Leaders of Tomorrow, and we do an awards similar to this one, where we award businesses across different categories. Our awards are taking place end of July. Possible for you to give a short message? Maybe why? So we are India's longest running daily TV show for small businesses. The show is called Leaders of Tomorrow. Possible for you to give us a short, say, 10-second message about why shows like this perhaps are important, why platforms like this are important.
Uh, Namaskara. All the participants of the Leaders of Tomorrow, I would like to congratulate all of you for participating in this event. This is a much needed program to address the challenges what we need, will be foreseeing or will be facing in future. So to get up in this direction, we need to understand what are the challenges to be the leaders of tomorrow. So how to go about it, how we need to work as in a team, how to we need to co-work with all other segments to be relevant. By adapting the right methods and the right technology, the right business model is the need of the hour. I request all of you to stick on. Don't ever go for a shortcut. You need to understand where you are, what kind of competition is there in this sector. Based on the right understanding, you need to take your time, plan properly. If you don't plan properly, you face a lot of challenges. So, the most important takeaway of this program is plan properly, understand the nitty-gritties and the challenges. Each and every small concern need to be worked out very well. Talk to the mentors, talk to the experts, talk to all the people who are involved in that field to understand the real challenges, fully understanding the subject or the area will give them a lot of strength, and with a good homework, you can definitely have a 100% strike rate. You need to have 100% strike rate. You can't take chances. There is no second chance. But we need to celebrate also the failure also. Doesn't mean you should be scared of failure. You need to face the failure challenges. At the same time, always our focus should be how best we can succeed. That's the most important thing. I wish all the leaders of tomorrow to do the right homework, understand the things, and work towards the future. And the one motto we need to have in our life is to have pursuit of excellence. That is the culture. That is what we can do in our life to serve the society, to give the best to the society. It is not just addressing our livelihood or doing business. The purpose of doing all this thing is to serve the society, to give back to the society. That should be the main motto. To address that motto, we need to have the culture of pursuit of excellence. Please look into this. This should become the culture. By doing so, you can do very well with regard to your future, whatever plans you are having, whatever business plans you are having, whatever establishment are doing for the entrepreneurship, you can do definitely well by having the right plan and the right moment. I wish all of you all the best for the future leaders.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm going to come across to you. Just to it is that we will be. It's perfect. It's perfect. Thank you so much.